Let's try this again.
We in the game.
We good. We good now. So, as I promised y'all, Facebook, we got Simba, Atlanta record own, the Bay's own. How you doing, Simba?
We in here, man. Thank you for having me once again. I feel like we done hung out all week.
We hung out all week. Now we got to really meet. You got to come
Well,
out here to
nah,
New York. We got to
that's what I was
meet
just telling
ASAP.
my homie. My homie just walked in here. He was hearing the music play. He was like, he's like, what you listening to some beats? I'm like, no, I'm getting ready to do an interview. I said, man, I can't wait till this pandemic shit is over so we can get in front of people, man.
For real. Especially what just happened right now, too, with the technical difficulties. It just makes things a little, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, we thank God for the social medias and all the networks because we were able to still stay connected, you know?
Definitely. We do what we can with it.
Yes, for real, for real. Well, it's a big day for you. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Definitely.
Right? Something dropped today. I'm super excited about. And I mean, for us, for the culture, for history, it's just a good time. And for starters, okay, we're gonna start this a little differently. You said we're gonna play games. We're not gonna play games, but we're gonna get to know you differently. We're not gonna ask to say anyway. Let's just do what I do. So you had mentioned that the game hasn't been the same since Nipsey passed, and you had a bittersweet upbringing. You know, it was good, and then it was you had your bad times, and you had your time where I'm alone. Am I alone? I'm alone again. We're gonna wait for somebody to come back. Am I alone? We're gonna get this down packed, y'all. Facebook, stay locked with us. We gonna get this together. Let's see what's happening here. Bye. All right, he's back.
I don't know what's going on.
You see, that's why I had that face when you first saw it before. I was a little shaken up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so let me rewind what I was saying. All right, so back to what I was saying. So you had a bittersweet upbringing, right? You seen the fruits of it all, and then you seen what it is to really struggle, and you know what I'm saying, and how hard life can actually get. Not only that, but growing up in the hood, I'm sure you've had friends, and you know, so even if personally we're not the ones suffering, we always have a neighbor, we always have a best friend that's suffering or going through something hard. You know what I'm saying? Now, you said it hasn't been the same since Nipsey passed.
Yeah.
And I want to know from you.
Hold on, I'm gonna come back. I can't hear you still. You
Do you hear me now?
I hear you now.
I was muted. I guess when you left and came back, it mutes it, and I didn't even notice that.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
It was something as simple
We
as
was at
me.
Nipsey. We was at Nipsey.
So we was at Nipsey. Okay. So I personally take there's a quote from him right now that I am like all for it. And mine is it's innovation over ignorance. Now, is there a quote that you live by from Nipsey, or is there something that you feel he's done for the culture that we just can never forget?
It's so many lyrics. Like it's so many lyrics. Like I could start from circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Like I didn't literally had to go through that with so many people where I thought I could bring people, and it's like you can't bring them to certain things, and they get around certain people and don't know how to act, and they embarrass you. So it's like you can't bring certain people to certain things. What do you say? Another one of my favorite ones is when he said, but what good is a dream if everyone, he said, but what good is a dream if you can't make your shit come true? And what good is a team if everyone depends on you? You know what I mean?
Ooh, so
Like
true.
what good is a dream if you can't make your shit come true? And what good is a team if everyone depends on you? A team's supposed to help you get to your dream. So they supposed to help you make that dream come true. But if they depended on you, you know what I mean? It's like they just riding your coattail and waiting for you to do everything to make it better for them. So it's so many. I could sit here for literally hours and quote Nipsey Hussle songs. Like it's so many lyrics that hit home for me.
I love that. So now we have your EP that's out, right? It's been out for a few months now.
Mixtape, mixtape.
Don't mixtape. Sorry, don't run from rap.
Yeah.
Responsibility and
Prince.
principles. So now I want you, since you're so good at acronyms, I want you to take love as an acronym and give me meaning. So let's go. So L, I put you on the spot.
Royalty.
O,
Over.
V,
Vicious.
E.
Enemies.
Ooh, I love over vicious enemies. Fire. All right, who's your top 5, dead or alive?
Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, DMX, and Drake.
I said 5. That was 5? That was 6.
Yeah. That was 5.
That was 5.
Jay-Z, DMX, Biggie, Pac, Drake.
I love it. I'm really shocked that you said Drake. And not because, obviously, he's one of my faves. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like when it comes to giving him that prop, so I don't know, I feel like it's fun. There's something in the air. Could you tell me what I'm feeling? Could you tell me what I'm feeling? Could you explain what I'm feeling?
I think it's honestly like when you the best, people just they look at Mayweather. Mayweather never lost. People hate him. You know what I mean? Like when you the best at what you do, it's gonna come with that. And you know, fortunately, but unfortunately, he's very versatile. You know what I mean? So when people feel like they can't go in that realm as well, they kind of want you to like stick to a certain lane and want you to fulfill something in a certain lane. But it's like we in an era now to where he's so gifted to do so much. So why stick to one thing just to say a certain demographic can say I have a classic now? Like I'm all over the world. Like I can make people dance in Europe. I can make people dance in Jamaica. I can make people dance in the streets of Atlanta. So it's like, why devote myself to one thing? And I think it's hard for people to grasp that sometimes because maybe it's something they can't do. But and to me, he's top 5 because I've never seen no shit like this. I've never seen, and I'm young, but you know what I mean? I've seen early Jay-Z's, the later Jay-Z run, but I was too young for the earlier run. But I've never personally seen nothing like this where it's been 11 years of just non-stop consistent hits. Like, so I give it up to him. I salute him.
So you with Flex on the whole Jay-Z, well, Drake is better than Jay-Z?
I'm not going to say better because they're two different artists.
Yep, that's the way I feel.
Artists. They two different rappers. So I can't just sit here and say Drake's a better rapper than Hove or Hove's a better artist than Drake. You know what I mean? Like that's it's too tricky. I'm a fan of both of them. To me, there's no better rapper, pure rapping, the skill, the art of rapping, metaphors and schemes and the technical skills of it. It's nobody better than Jay-Z to me. But if it's anybody close, I would have to say it was Drake for sure.
There's somebody arguing back there? What they're saying back there?
Oh yeah, my boy OT over here. Make sure y'all go get my boy OT Genesis new merch right now, man. He's really rich.
Let's go. What was his comment back there though? What he said, what he's feeling?
Oh no, he was on the phone passing through. We all in the studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now I want to know, I want to get a little personal, not too personal, but when it comes to being in a home, what makes a home for you? Is it the furniture? Is it, like there's so many little things that go into a home. And I also want to know, what's one of your favorite chores to do at home?
Yo, first off, shout out to you because I have never been asked this question. Like, this is a great question.
Because I just feel
really
like, right,
okay.
that tells a lot about, I feel like we really know about people when we go into their house and we're like, oh, okay, so son lives like this, she dresses like, I know my homegirls who are, killing it from head to toe, and you go and you can't even step into their house. They got shoes all over the place. They got, so tell me.
I think for me, like what makes home is like being comfortable. You know what I mean? Like feeling like secure, like just feeling like you can relax and like not worry. It's not really more so about the amenities in the house for me. It's more so like the feelings that come with. Like when you come home, it's like, okay, I ain't gotta fucking wear these goddamn chains around the goddamn house. I could just get in a white tee, put some hoop shorts on, and just watch the game. But when you out in public, you gotta present yourself how you want to be perceived. So at home, it's just like you could just unwind, you could chill, you could be comfortable. You know what I mean? So I would say, being comfortable, and just that's the main thing. Being comfortable. That's what make home for me. Being comfortable.
And what's your favorite chore to do at home?
Smoking weed.
That's not a chore. That's not a chore. You actually gotta clean up after you do that too. That's not a chore.
What I like to do? You know what I like to do? Sometimes I like to clean the kitchen while listening to a podcast because I'm actually listening to the podcast, and in my mind I'm not cleaning the kitchen, but it gives me something to do while listening to the podcast. You know what I mean? So I'll just be like listening to Joe Budden, listening to Jacina, like, you know what I mean? It just keeps me active while I'm listening, so I'm not sitting still.
Are you the type of person that could listen to something and not be doing anything? Because I know people who drive and are playing a game, who watch a movie and they're playing a game on their phone. Is that something like, okay, like you said right now, to clean, like I need my mind to be off the cleaning, so I'm gonna be listening to the podcast. Sometimes personally, as a podcaster, I'm a little funny with listening even to myself, so I have to keep myself busy in order for me to really stay in tune, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm definitely suffering from a severe case of ADHD, high definition D. I got a different level of ADHD. Like I can't sit still, but there's certain times that I can. Like when I seen American Skin, like I was on my phone the first couple minutes, and then it got to a point where it was like, okay, let me sit this down. I just started watching, like locking in. So for me, it takes a level of just entertainment to get me to just drill in and lock down on something. Otherwise, I'm cleaning up, I'm writing a rap, I'm playing with my son, I'm doing all kind of things.
All right, so talk about writing rap It's Friday, and I was thinking like a little freestyle,
Man,
but
see, this the
some.
thing. This the thing. When I get with you, I will kick the bars. But I tell everybody it's hard for the Zoom, like through the Zoom to like
To feel
freestyle.
it.
Cause I ain't got a beat to really like catch a vibe and go off
Yes.
like that. You know what I mean? Like it's tough. But like when I come to New York, I'm gonna be out there like real soon. We gonna ride around the car and we gonna kick some shit for sure.
All right, definitely. Okay, so something that rhymes, a few lines that rhyme with for the love of it. How about that?
For the love of it, um, for the fuck of it.
Wait a minute. Okay, but hold up. That's exactly where I took that from. And
Really?
being that, yes, I said, why is it okay for us to always say, oh, for the fuck of it, I do that? Why don't people say, I'm doing it for the love of it? You know what
I'm
I'm
doing
saying?
it for the love of it.
Like, instead of saying,
We out here thugging it.
that's so crazy because it's literally, I wanted to change that up because I feel
No,
like,
that's
those are the
crazy.
kind of words that I feel like, you know what I'm saying? If we change those type of narratives, we'll
No,
be
I say
okay.
that all the time. Like I tell people like about like codeine and promethazine and like stuff. Like it's more creative things we could talk about than just constantly talking about lean or gun. Or I try not to say like the B word a lot. You know what I mean? Like instead of bitch, I could say female, woman, or even though I might not be talking about a female or woman because there is some bitches out there. But that's for another day.
No, that's for right now. What makes a bitch then? Please
Her
explain that to
attitude,
me.
her disrespect, her
Okay.
not respecting herself, her just disrespect to life. You know what I'm saying? Like what
You
make a
saying
girl.
you saying that pretty seriously. I
No,
have a
for
feel.
real, because it's a difference between a woman and a bitch. It's really a difference. You know what I mean? Bitches are very rude. You know what I mean? A bitch will call you a piece of shit and she living in a damn twin bed with 6 other girls that go to the club and make $150 a night. You know what I
Word.
mean? And do all this old crazy shit, but looking down on you. Then you got girls that say, I want a real nigga, but look down on the dude that riding the bus. But the dude on the bus might be a real nigga.
The realist.
So it's like you don't want a real nigga, you want a Wraith. You want a nigga and a Wraith. You know what I mean? You don't want no real. You know what? I'm gonna treat you how you want to be treated. Come on, bitch.
I hear that. I gotta respect that. I mean, shouts to all my
But
females out there.
a woman though, got her own. A woman gonna make you come into her world and make you understand her and appreciate her world, so you can approach her how you would approach. It ain't about the material things. She got her own material shit. It ain't about what you could do for her. She could do for herself. It's about how we could elevate each other. Most girls just want to elevate themselves off somebody else, but a real woman to help you elevate as well. You know what I mean? So it's really a difference.
Wow, I like the way you put that. I like the way you put I like the way you put that. When it comes to a relationship, you think everything is really 50-50, or what do you think about that? Because I mean, we could say that, right? We could say it's 50-50, you do on that side, but it's really about a balance. So what for you, what's that balance?
I think before I go into me, I would say for anybody, it's whatever works for them, whatever solution you can find that works. For me, I've been in situations to where I've been out here chasing my dream and I've never worked a job. So I've been in relationships to where the female has been the breadwinner for majority of the time. You know what I mean? And then I signed my deal with Columbia. And here I come through with 150 bands on the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got this for a year. You know what I mean? And then it might start getting slow. Then she pick it up, and then you know what I mean. So it's whatever works for you. But I always try to tell people is make sure whoever you're gonna be in a relationship that you friends first, and don't fuck up y'all friendship trying to build a relationship. Because sometimes when you friends, you start and you go to a relationship, you start expecting all these things and having expectations of how someone should call you so many times a day, or they should call to say goodnight, or send flowers and all this when it's just this might not be who that person is, but a conversation could work all that out to where, okay, why you didn't send me the flower? Well, I ain't never sent girl flowers. Now you know he's not used to this. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? So it's ways to work it out just through communication. So always keep the friendship there, even when it becomes a relationship.
And expectation. I feel like expectation, people get lost in expectations. You know, I was told that
Fact,
from a young girl. You can't, what you know, you can't expect the next person to know, right?
facts. You can't,
So,
man. Everybody got their own beliefs. Everybody was raised different. Everybody, if we all had the same expectations, we'd all had the same fucking name. So we all got different names and different birth dates and different times we was born because everybody's life is different.
seriously. Not only that, but imagine all of us doing the same job, the same
Fact.
expectations, the same jobs, the same
Imagine
goals.
if we all wore the same clothes, just looking like we was in prison every day. You know what I mean? Wearing uniforms like we was in private school. Like, dude, like don't nobody want to dress like that every goddamn day. I want to change it up sometimes.
What do you feel about right now? And this is a little serious when it comes to mental health right now. I was talking to my homegirl this morning, and I take mental health really serious. I'm a teacher. I told you that
Yeah,
before. And but I really feel that right now it's almost like it's trending. It's almost like we can't just say we're sad anymore. If I'm sad for a week, I'm depressed.
yep.
And I'm running with that. I'm flying with that. How do you feel about society right now with that?
I gotta learn how to watch my words with this because fuck it, I'm gonna just say it because it's you. Um, I feel there's two sides of it. So my boy, I feel there's two sides of it. I feel you have people who actually out here going through shit and they really have issues that they going through in life. And then you got people that's really using it as a marketing tool. You know what I mean? Or as like a way to brand themselves. Like some people will really just be like, oh, this kid made a song about himself being sad. That works. I'm about to do the same thing. And then they just start taking pictures like, you know what I mean? And start doing all this stuff. And it's like, it's really people who are actually going through that and you're playing about it to like get famous as a rapper or something like that. So for me, it's very, very touchy. Like I don't know how to speak on it because for people who I see like do it as like a trend in certain things, I can't really like respect that. I can't really get with that. I can't really rock with it. But for those people who actually have, you know, mental health issues and are actually out here going through things and actually, hold on, bro, I'm doing something. Actually out here going through things, I pray for those people. You know what I mean? I pray for them. I pray for those people. I have an uncle who has mental health issues. I have a friend who took his life behind mental health issues. So, you know, fortunately, I've always had the support system and the love of my family and friends. As you see, I got a million friends walking in and out of here right now. What's up, boy? You know what I mean? So I've always had love and support around me. So it's able to keep me motivated and positive and with a healthy ego. But everybody's not blessed with that. Everybody's not blessed with that. And I pray for those people, man. That's truly all I can say because I honestly don't know what it's like to go through what some of those people go through.
Yeah, man, I feel the same way. And I just feel like, with social media and I don't know why I feel like they're making it like a trendy type of thing. So anybody that's really fighting it and going through it, it's like they're being reminded to
It's
stay
the
in
same
that.
kind of thing. Same thing with Black Lives Matter. I feel like we see it so much now. It's like kind of taking the power out of it. It's just like it's on the NBA floor. It's on Instagram. It's banned from TikTok. It's just like it's becoming a trend more than it is an actual statement and actually about what we're saying. It's just like people could wake up like, boom, how could I get some likes today? You know what? I'm gonna post something about Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna post
Right.
something about people with mental health issues. But you doing this to get some likes, you know what I mean, or a couple comments. But people really out here dealing with real life fucking issues. Actually, just seen a kid this morning. His name is Jada Interviewer. Shout out to Jada Interviewer. and he was on Instagram talking about how he wanted to take his own life, because he wants to get into the content space and nobody believes in him and things like that. And he's homeless right now and ain't got nowhere to go. And we was just talking, and just me talking to him gave him the motivation to not feel as bad about himself. You know what I mean? To feel like he has I wouldn't say a friend, because it's not like we friends, we just met, but he has somebody he could talk to that is in a position that he's trying to get around, and it's showing him that it's possible for him to do the same. So anything I could do and always try to give a word of encouragement, I definitely do that.
I love that. And since we're in this heavy space right now, talking about, we brought up BLM and we brought up these topics, today dropped American Skin. I'm so excited. I'm running home to watch it tonight.
Definitely.
Now, you wrote the song for that. Talk to us about that. I know we spoke a few times about that this week, but I need to hear this again.
Nah, definitely. We could go in depth now because it's out.
It's
now.
out. Uh-huh.
So originally I got a call back in October, and it was a big artist who was supposed to actually do the song. Big artist. And it was kind of like a timing thing. That artist is working on something right now and they couldn't really get it done in time. So they had actually, Nate Parker had actually called my A&R over at Atlantic, Dallas Martin. And he was like, yo, I got this movie I'm working on. I need somebody to like kill like the music, you know what I mean? And just really touch home on what I'm trying to say in the movie. So they sent the movie over and we watched the movie. I watched the movie in October and it was just like instantly, like it started off, I'm just like, what's going on? Like, cause it started off to where it's like, you don't really see what's coming, but something's about to happen. So you sitting there like what the hell is, you know what I mean? Like what's going on? And then boom, it just take off. It just get right into it. So when I seen it, I instantly was able to, me and Nate Parker got on a call on FaceTime, and he was just talking about his perspective as far as how we feel as Black people in this country, Black and brown people as well, because it's a lot of dialogue with the Latina community and the Hispanic community within this film as well. There's a Hispanic cop, and she's speaking from an angle that the other side of the cops might not agree with. You know what I mean? So so he was basically saying like, how we feel as far as, these officers get the opportunity to kill us and put their hands on us and do what they want. And then they get off and go home. And then 6 months later, they go back to work. But nobody could, bring us back. Like we permanently gone, but everything's back to regularly scheduled programming for this officer. And he's basically saying in a minute, we're not going to keep protesting. We're not going to keep looting and rioting and going into certain stores and doing things just to be heard. In a minute, it's like we're going to take actions in our own hands, and we're trying to say, hey, stop killing us before it goes there, because this is how you guys are making us feel. We're going to have to move in a minute. So the film really just embodies that whole statement that I just spoke on.
Wow. And then you're making the music for it.
Yeah. So we actually did the song I Know I've Been Changed. Shout out to Keydron Bryant, man. Young 13-year-old out here doing his thing right now, singing like he been here before. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was actually a dope opportunity to be able to work with him and to be able to work with Gary Clark Jr., legendary guitarist. You know what I mean? Just done so much classic things. So to be able to work with the future, me to be the present, and to work with somebody that's put in so much legendary work in the past and still to this day, it was just dope, man. And we put a twist on that Sam Cooke, I Know I've Been Changed. So it was dope, real dope for the movie. I was actually watching the movie last night with my mom, and the song came on, and she just started, "That's my son. This ain't my baby." She getting on Instagram live talking about look at my back.
I love that. What has been one of the proudest moments for your mom?
I think it's been two. It's been two. One was this movie because she's in love with Omari Hartwell. So she thinks she gonna marry Ghost. She got this whole thing planned out of how I'm gonna get big and she gonna run into him at an award show and she's gonna be able to get him away from his. I don't know. My mom's crazy. But the other one was LeBron James because that's one of her favorite players. LeBron James and Draymond Green is my mom's favorite players. So when she seen those two people rocking with me, even when I be with Draymond, she'd try to call me like, "Where my boy at? Where my boy at? I want to see my boy." Yeah, Draymond.
Talking about basketball, right now there's a lot of talk about the Nets. What do you think is going to happen for the Nets? Can you predict they're taking it this year or what?
I'm not going to say they're taking it this year because I'm King James till I'm up out of this thing. You know what I mean?
That's how I was trying to make you like go against it a little bit.
What I will say, if they find a way to get a rhythm going with those three, scariest shit I ever seen in my life.
It's gonna be a good time for Brooklyn. Good time.
Man, look, if they find a way to get Kyrie and Harden to split the ball of who's bringing it up and who's gonna play the one, I think Harden should play the one. Kyrie should play the two. Man, they do that shit, I'm scared.
You should put together some type of basketball something.
I am, man. We actually was trying to put something together before COVID happened, but it's tough right now. But I'm gonna definitely put something together. I play with my big bro Baron Davis every year in his Black Santa event. He does a charity basketball game every year, so I play with him every year. I did a couple like charity games up back home for my birthday at my old high school. So once this COVID thing is up, we definitely. And now I got a lot of more basketball friends. I got Draymond, I got Dame Lillard, I got Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, you're a basketball star, so that would be so dope to actually, put that forward and be able to play on, play with both things, be that rapper that everybody loves and turns to, and at the same time have that outlet for the basketball. I think that'll be super dope for you.
No, I'm gonna definitely do it. We're gonna put it together once this thing is up. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna be out here, goddamn, like Mega Man. I'm not gonna miss nothing. They're gonna be like, bro, do you have a goddamn hologram? Like, I just seen you in New York 20 minutes ago. How the hell are you in Cincinnati? I'm about to be everywhere when this shit is over.
I gotta get you working with the kids too. I'm affiliated with a lot of schools and stuff like that. So
definitely, man. I'm always down for that, man. I love the kids.
Yo, so we're gonna cut this short.
Okay.
We wanted to play the actual video of that you made for A Change Gonna Come. Facebook said stop at 5.
Yeah, Facebook, man. Y'all gotta stop this shit, man. Come on now. Y'all gotta let people live. I'm tired of gotta put 22 seconds of the song. How people gonna like 22 seconds of the damn song? They can't even decide if they like it or not. Jesus.
At least we got to play Big Homie.
That's good. That was dope.
Okay,
man, I appreciate you as always. Don't Run From Rap out now. American Skin out today. I can't wait to get out there. I actually talked to Diesel, so I'm gonna be coming out there real soon. Probably in these next 3 weeks. So we're gonna definitely put the car together.
All right, we're gonna pull up on you. One more thing. We spoke about the Big Homie, right? And we spoke about the whole making of the video. And you were like, it's sometimes hard to get these artists to really, to get these big artists to really come and really pull through. Bro, it was just you and him in the whole video.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so fire. When I
Yeah.
saw the
The
video,
whole,
I
like
was
literally he pulled up and kicked it. Like literally smoked with the homies. We was freestyling on set. Like he was showing me all his watches and cars and like all kind of shit. Like he was just I actually just was with him last night. Like we literally all in the studio right now. He was just here last night and we actually working on something new. Even like you just seen OT Genesis, like he just walked out of here. Like we all in here right now, like cooking up.
Oh man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Thank you again, Simba. You're full of love, man. I love it. What was it again? Love.
Loyalty over vicious enemies.
Ooh, I love it. Thank you again, Simba, staying live with us.
Thank you. Love always.
See you soon.
You too. You too.
Yo, that was Simba. Oh man.